because then I won't have to worry that much. But because animating, most of the time you do this. And then you separate the layers, distribute to layers. And if you want to like look at it a certain way, you can do this. So yeah, add my personal, and this is what I'm doing right now. Insert frame. Then I would change which direction he's looking at, and I want his pupils to grow bigger. Just like that one moment in the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9 when Jack said that probably in that devious way when he was looking at that abstracted wreck door or something. But yeah, that was terrifying. Not for me. Boom, boom, okay, so now then, mm, that's more. So he's doing that to the screen. He's like chilling, looks at you. But ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to remove that. So first, he goes there to look at us. Then I'll make sure to do this because sometimes, and then I'll scroll down, and then that's clean, and I'll always do this. Perfect. See, now it looks a bit more perfect. See? So he's going to look at that direction, and we want him specifically. But in case, I can do this. When I want to change his face to like happy or whatever it is, I could always do this. Let's see. Look. But I'm not going to do that. It looks a little bit off. So yes, I do that. Now, next step. As for the apps, you would go there, disable that. So now it's this. Then you would go here, press that, copy frames, go over that, delete all that, then paste frames, mask, and cover. And now I gotta do the same with the other one. Just pretty much repeat it to the ones you wanna. So now, and then after that, I'll show you like shading I usually do sometimes. Rochelle. I just can do that. What you looking at? Then I'll look in here, so it'll be 2 steps before 25, so it'll be at here. Then I would duplicate the layer. And I'm doing the same technique that one guy did. I don't know his name, but I'm just sometimes my memory sucks, and that's all you got. So then now I'm gonna do 30 and see. The shading looks sort of bad, but I'm gonna make it a bit yellow so you can at least see it. And if you wanted to make a glow effect, you do that. So now it will glow on that spot specifically. And if I make inner glow, then expect that. But it actually looks a bit more friendly, realistic, I should say. But yeah, we're just gonna have to do that. So now, as we can see, it looks more like that. A little bit realistic, but yeah. So sometimes what I do is just darken the frame. Like when I do that. Let's see. And looks like that, but I can also do this. glow, white, and make it um yeah. And you see, it looks better, but the problem is it lags and I don't know how to do. So it just pretty much do that. And yeah, that's just pretty much how I do most of it. But sometimes I also do this. Sometimes I'll just be like, I'm gonna do more shit stuff. Alright, so then I will just go in. Kind of looks cool. Hold on. Oh, okay. So now, next, I'll do that. I'll go all the way over here. And now go to 50. So now I can at least still see it. But then I'll go to 0. There. See how good it looks? Yeah, there's more shading now, but I might. Oh, 200? Yeah, I could do that. But see how it looks? But sometimes if it looks odd, you can change like I can make it to 0. But sometimes it looks a little so I will just make it there. That's but yeah, you can always change it. So sometimes I could just make it to at least 1. Three. Let's see this now. Oh, it looks better. It's I mean, it's not, but it can give great shading, and I can just make it all the way black, and oh, that's pretty much it. But if you want to go back to like the frame, but without going to this one because it's front, just simply lock it. Now you can press this. And yeah, sometimes when you want to change it, yeah, you should have thought you're gonna have to, um, because the problem is, yeah, you see the problem. But some people do different things and make it a little bit easier for themselves. But sometimes I just do it the way I do because I don't have to do that much. And I can just do it right after I finish the full animation. But yeah, that's how I do it.